You probably know what this is. So I decided a while back ago that I'm gonna build a record cleaning machine. I did my research and I stumbled over what you all probably already know.
Supersonic.
Ultrasonic. There are lots of different types of cleaning with ultrasonic. There is the very expensive machines that you just slide in the record, and then there's the fairly cheap versions that use a spindle and you can use multiple records at one cleaning process. So I wasn't gonna pay that crazy amount of money just to wash some records. I mean, just imagine how much records you can buy for that much money. And on the other side, I didn't want a spindle. So here's the story on what I did to build a ultrasonic record cleaning machine. Before we continue, you probably ask yourself, is it really worth getting a machine or building a machine? I mean, how good does ultrasonic clean? Well, let me show you. What do you think? Is ultrasonic a good way of cleaning records? What you see here is the very first prototype of my mechanism on cleaning records. Where? Well, look closely. Can't you see? Here and here. And you place the record like so. So that was my first idea that will be able to load and unload records while it's running and have like multiple records just sitting next to each other. But this was only to measure the distance that it takes for the record not to slip through, and are these little rubber things capable of holding the record. I was experimenting with all kinds of material, and then I came up with this 10mm plastic that I'm using. The first one only had one motor and it was screwed together, and as you can see, here is the axle that I used. This one was from my 6-disc version, which was too much for the motor to handle and they weren't running steadily. Here is the final version that actually works, and as you can see, it holds up to 3 records. So when I start washing the records, what I do is I heat up the water separately in a water cooker just so the machine won't have to heat it up. Now that the water's boiling, I get my other stuff ready. I used Amaloco H10 wetting agent for the water to be relaxed and the records to be cleaned neatly. What I have experienced, if you heat up the water to about 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, that's a good washing temperature. Below, your washing results will not be as good, and if you go above 40 degrees, that's gonna be too hot for the vinyl and it will start to bend. So now I will just place the device on top of the ultrasonic cleaner and hook it up. And basically that's it. Okay. And another container, cold water. And then you should see the temperature go to about 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, before I put the last drop in, I'm gonna add the wetting agent. And I'm just gonna use 1 small cup. That should be enough. So I like to put the machine right next to the sink. I can easily drain it after I'm done, or when the temperature goes up too much, because I experienced when you let this machine run, it will heat up the water very, very quick. We're set to go. Here are my records, and I've got this stand here where I can put them when they come out of the bath. Switch on the power supply, which does 12 volts on both motors. We're about 35 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna say we're clean them 16 minutes, which should, oh, there's a hair in there. What you do is you just stick it in there and let it spin. And you can do that with 3 records simultaneously. The records I picked are all different. So the back one is a heavy one. This one here is a fairly light one. And this one is a thin one. So the thinnest record is in the middle, and it's moving a lot. So I'm still experimenting, so I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna switch positions with this one, because what I experienced is that the thin ones go better on the outside. Why? I really don't know. The 60 minutes are over, you just take them out, drip them off, and then set them aside to dry. Now you're like, hey dude, you didn't even start that thing. Well, yeah, cause I wasn't gonna talk over this the whole time. I'm sure you understand. And I'll just show you again what the record will come out like after you've been through that sound for like 16 minutes.